Welcome. My name is Jennifer Raye, and in today's video I'm going to discuss the yin yoga posture of Sphinx pose and its deeper variation seal pose. So both of these postures are back bends. They help to open the front of the body as well as compress the spine. They also help to target the kidney and urinary bladder meridians and at times the spleen and stomach channels as well. So watch the video to learn more. Sphinx and seal pose are both back bends, and in particular you'll want to pay attention to the lower back, especially if you have any history of herniated disc or slip disc, or if you're experiencing pain in the posture at all. So anything that feels sharp or shooting or electrical is definitely a message to move out of the posture and find something more accessible. The first variation is to simply come down onto your belly. That already is a little bit of a back bend. It helps to increase the curve in the lower back that way. And then from there we move into deeper variations. So from here I come down to my belly, and you can either rest one cheek to the floor or rest your forehead to the floor. And then from here, if you want to come up a little bit higher, you would come up into the Sphinx pose like so, placing the elbows to the floor. Now from here I draw my elbows in towards my body, and either you can have the elbows a little bit underneath the shoulders or a little bit further forward. Notice here how now I'm compressing the lower back, the area of the sacrolumbar curve. As well, I'm opening the front of the body. So you can press into the palms of the hands, press into the forearms to broaden across the top of the chest. You can bring the palms of the hands together like so, or keep them on the mat. Now if this is feeling like too deep of a back bend, you can bring the elbows further out in front of you and come to rest on the lower ribs. This is also true if you start to experience a lot of compressive feelings in the upper back, in the neck, or the shoulders. In that case, you'll also want to bring the elbows further out in front of you. Okay, now from here, as I put pressure down into the floor, I broaden across my chest. You're wanting to look for kind of a happy medium between really engaging strongly and totally collapsing. So somewhere right in the middle. Now from here, there are other options to use some props. If you're looking for a little bit more support, you could try placing either a folded blanket or maybe a bolster if it's not too thick. You'd place the folded blanket or the prop right underneath your rib cage as you come down, like so. And then you set yourself up like so. So then there's a little bit more support there. And at the same time, I can press my pubic bone down towards the floor and lift the upper chest a little bit more. To make Sphinx a little bit deeper, you could use support underneath your arms. So from here, I place a folded blanket, and then I place my elbows up on the blanket like so. And this way I can start to deepen the back bend with just a little bit of support. From here, you can take your seal posture. And seal posture, I start to extend the arms out in front of me, and then I press into the palms of the hands as I lift my chest up. Now you can turn your wrists slightly out towards the side, kind of like seal flippers, as you walk the palms back towards your body. Now remember, if your elbows tend to hyperextend, you'll want to create a small micro bend in the arms, while at the same time as pressing into the palms of the hands with equal weight distribution in the fingers and the wrists. From here, I lift my upper chest, and I create, of course, a much deeper compression in the lower back. Now, another option for seal pose is to place the bolster or the folded blanket underneath the hips once again. And then from here, you take the seal pose this way. Okay, so same thing. Now I really have a lot of support underneath me, and I can work with the deepening of the back bend without quite so much pressure on the lower spine. This is also helpful during pregnancy. It gives more space for the belly, and that way you can still work on the belly down back bends without pressure on the lower abdomen. As always with pregnancy, you do want to be careful to not hold the pose for quite so long or quite as deep, because the ligaments in the body are more flexible during that time of life. If you're taking seal pose, you'll be putting more pressure into the bones of the arms. Now from here, there are a number of other variations that you can take in either setup, either the Sphinx pose or the seal pose. If you're looking to support the lower back a little bit more, you can engage the outer hips and the inner thighs. You can also press the pubic bone down towards the floor to create more stability in the lower back. You can also choose to alternate between softening the musculature entirely and engaging. If you have a healthy lower back without any sensitivity or fragility, then you're welcome to just completely soften all of the musculature around the glutes and the legs. You can have the feet together or further apart. That's really up to you, personal preference, so I would encourage you to explore both variations. Now to come out of the posture, you just go ahead and slide the elbows out towards the side, and then you can come to rest down on your belly once again. There are a number of counter poses that you're also welcome to take. This will depend a little bit on your sequence and what posture you're doing next. One of the options is to take a child's pose, simply pressing into your hands and then dropping your sitting bones down towards your heels as you release your head to the floor. So I hope you enjoyed our postures of seal and Sphinx pose. These postures are back bends that really help to open the front of the spine, help to put some pressure into the vertebrae, into the jelly-like discs between the vertebrae. They also help to trigger and target all of the ligaments that lie alongside the spine. This is where the urinary bladder channel runs. And then, of course, the intentional targeting of the kidney organ and the adrenal glands. And this helps to really build the kidney chi in the body. And then the front of the body, this is where the stomach and the spleen channels run. So as we open the front of the body, we're also targeting that area. So let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions, and be sure to get over to jenniferraye.com and sign up for my mailing list. That way I can keep sending you practice suggestions and tips. See you again very soon.